I've been in this place of complete isolation for weeks now. I didn't think it would get this bad, not even after D-Day. The silence is brutal. I work from home now, and most days I go the entire day without speaking to anyone except my son. I don't have family nearby. My friends all drifted, or maybe I pushed them away without realizing. I used to think I'd be fine on my own if it came to that, but now I'm realizing how much I relied on being part of a we. And now there's no we, just me. Last week I had the flu. I couldn't even get out of bed the first morning, but I dragged myself out and drove son to school. I messaged BP and asked if he could pick son from school. I thought it was reasonable. He read it, never replied. I waited for a bit, then I didn't go. He could do this one thing for me. School ended up calling him, since his name's still listed on the emergency contact form. He picked our son up and dropped him off without saying a word to me. Just rang the bell, our son came in, and he left. He looked infuriated. I looked out the window and saw him walking back to his car like it was a delivery. That's the level of empathy I'm dealing with these days. He didn't even check if I was okay. It's like he's detached completely, and I know I'm supposed to accept that, but I can't lie, it sucks. And I know people are going to say he has every right, that I made my bed. But does that mean I'm not allowed to feel anything? We're in the middle of a divorce. I haven't talked much about what happened after everything came out. He shut everything down right away after D-Day. No discussions, no therapy, no options. Just said we're done and that he didn't need this in his life. I tried to extend an olive branch for a couple of weeks, but he never responded. I guess I thought there'd be at least some kind of conversation, but that was wishful thinking. I just can't get behind the idea of him ignoring my son. He's been the only father my son's ever known. He raised him like his own since my son was 4. I always thought eventually he'd adopt him. I brought it up several times, and every time he said we'd talk about it later. I guess now I see why he kept delaying it. My affair wasn't even something significant. It was someone I have known a long time, a friend of my son's father. We had had a thing for years, just on and off though, never serious. But once I got married, I stopped. Told him in no uncertain terms that I'm not messing up this relationship too. However, we ran into each other earlier this year. Things happened fast. He came over. We started drinking a lot. It was just once. I didn't even think it would come out, but I forgot to close the blinds. Our neighbor saw. That nosy bitch told him. That was it. That's how everything blew up. Even after I vowed not to let things get out of hand a second time. No one warns you how hard this part is. Yes, I did what I did, but I also didn't think I'd get caught and he'd just cut everything off this quickly. I guess I misread how deep things really were for him. Update. I'm at a horrible motel now, sleeping on a couch that folds out but doesn't really fold flat. I've been here for 3 days. He gave me a deadline, said I had until Monday evening to get out of his house. That's how he said it. My house. I guess I should have expected that. He always handled the finances. My job was for fun only. My friend said the house probably isn't marital property. He bought it long before we got married. He never added me to the title. I asked once and he said it was for tax reasons, and I didn't push because I didn't think things would come to this. I never thought I'd lose the security of our house. No one's questioning him. Everyone thinks he's the victim, and I'm just the reckless one who blew it all up for nothing. No one's asked what it's like when your entire support system just cuts you off out of the blue. My own sister told me she understands why he's angry. Are you kidding me? So what happened? I didn't pick up my son from school. Again, I was just mentally done that day. I'd been spiraling a bit since the divorce paperwork got moving faster. I'd tried calling BP in the morning to discuss a custody plan again, and he sent it straight to voicemail. I left a message. He didn't respond. I just sat there on the couch all afternoon, fully aware of what time it was, knowing I should leave, but part of me just didn't move. The school couldn't reach me. I turned my phone on silent, so they called him again. I guess that was the final straw for him. He brought our son home, didn't even walk him to the door and stayed in the car. My son knocked, came in crying, saying Daddy was mad and didn't say a word in the car. I opened the door to try and talk, and he was already driving off. He texted me an hour later. There's no need for a custody plan. He isn't mine. I don't want him. That was it. I keep replaying that moment over and over. It was like a wall slammed down. All that love, all that effort he put in, just switched off. I told him I'd take him to court. He left me on red again. Legally, he's in the right. He never adopted him. I brought it up more than once and he always put it off. Said we'd do it after we got settled, or after the next tax year, or after we moved. Now I get it. He never wanted to. And it leaves me with nothing. We were married less than a year, so there's no alimony, no shared assets, no legal claim to the house, no child support since there's no legal tie between them. All I've got is a freelance gig and a couch in a small motel while I try to figure out where to even start. I called around for short-term rentals and everything is either out of budget or doesn't allow kids. My friend said I can stay a few days, but after that, she needs the space back. I have no plan yet. He already told a few people, I'm guessing, because now no one's calling me back. My phone has been dead silent for days. My sister said she doesn't want to be in the middle. After D-Day, my AP sent me a 2-sentence text about how he never meant to get in the middle of anything, and this isn't what I want long-term. Now I'm blocked on everything. And then, of course, my birthday came around right after all of this. Nothing from BP, not even a message. Last year, he planned a whole weekend away, beach resort, breakfast in bed, couples massage. My son made a card. We had cake in the hotel room. It felt like something solid. This year, I spent it sitting on a borrowed couch, heating up leftover pasta, listening to someone else's dog bark at every sound outside. My son was with a friend because I didn't want him to see me like that. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I could really use some emotional support right now. Edit. For people asking if my AP is my son's biological father, I do not know. I don't think I can get child support that way. It seems like a tedious process. Now, some comments. I'm not going to pretend cheating isn't serious, but I also don't think one bad decision makes someone completely worthless. People love to act like it's black and white, like you deserve every ounce of pain now because of that one night. But you were a mom, a partner, someone trying to hold everything together, and you slipped. That doesn't mean you should lose everything in life in one go. You're allowed to feel overwhelmed, and you're allowed to be hurt by how fast everything fell apart. People who say otherwise have clearly never had their entire life pulled out from under them. This is a mess, and I feel for you. You made a mistake, and you're owning it. But that doesn't mean you should get zero support while trying to figure out how to rebuild your life. I'd talk to a different lawyer if you can. Just because he didn't legally adopt your son doesn't mean you can't push for visitation or even argue for stability in court. Family court does take bonding into account sometimes. You were married. You lived together. He assumed the role of a parent. That's significant. And as for the financial side, even if alimony isn't on the table, maybe there's something you can work out short-term through mediation. Don't roll over just because he's being cold. You still have a child to take care of. Don't let people shame you out of advocating for yourself and your child.